Hey guys, in this second video I would like to give you some also introduction about what you will need to do to prepare for your painting, also about some properties of acrylic paints. As you can see, this is the typical view of my table. I was actually painting a few hours before filming, and well, this is what I did. Unfortunately, it was not successful, so I need to scratch it out when it's more or less dried. Here you can see a bunch of paints of different types, solvents, well, a bunch of pencils and outliners and boxes and whatever else. Probably you will have it the same way. However, before you start to actually paint, I would like to give you a few advices about paints and cleaning glass and stuff like this. Well, let's go. Before you start painting, you need to think about putting some protective papers on your table. You need to do this to protect you from things like this, from things like this, and others. If you think you would not have them, well, need to tell you the truth, you will have them. And not to clean your table too much, you would better think to put some paper. On the first step, before painting on the glass, we will need to prepare this glass. And as you might remember from the first video, it's necessary to have a glass cleaner. And cleaning of the glass necessary to solve two things. First of all, to remove the fingerprints on our glass, and second one, well, you might have some oil and dirt on your surface which can influence the adhesion of paint onto the surface. For this we need to take one paper towel which we bought before, take our glass cleaning tool, just spray it, well, similar way how you're cleaning windows. Then by first towel we just spread the cleaning liquid over the surface, and then we are taking the second towel, dry one, and removing the liquid from the surface. So it's better to give a glass a few minutes to fully dry, and well, then here we are. We can start to paint. The other point before painting, what you'll need to take into account is the tension of paint. Let me just show you an example. What do I mean? So this is classical acrylics vitral paints, transparent ones, and they are designed to be painted on glass. And as you can see, they're pretty liquid. And as they're pretty liquid, if you will put the glass not straight away, you'll see that the paint is moving. So that means that if you will use only these paints, you'll need to make sure your glass is located in horizontal position, and it stay like this for at least 4 hours until paint is gonna dry. Also that means that your outlining should be quite good, because if you have holes in it, then paint would penetrate through it. The second type of paints is non-transparent paint, or paint for wood, textile and other materials, and well, it's the other box which I was showing you earlier. And these paints are a bit more they are not as liquid, they will stay on the surface while you bend it, and also they are much more jelly, well, yeah, stuff like this. And essentially what you can do, well, later on in the work, you can mix the transparent paints with non-transparent ones. First of all, you will have some additional effects and additional colors, but second of all, with the right proportion, you will get the effect that your paint will stop going down while being on the surface. You will lose some transparency though, but looking for the perfect conditions will be an option for you. Also, coming back to our paint without color, colorless paint, it's somehow close to vitral ones, but not as liquid. So here, for example, you can see that it's still liquidy enough, but it's not as easy flowing as the other one. And then, well, you can add this here as well to make some lighter colors. Well, like this, marvelous. Well, so that's what I want to tell you about paints. You need to make sure that you're gonna think about position of your glass and liquid properties of the paint itself. Okay, so the next things I would like to talk about some additional tools that you might need. So for example, this is quite common thingy, yeah, just a mix of paints or whatever it's called. And well, I found these things to be completely useless. The only thing I'm using it is just to put my solvents to clean my pencils. So for the other things, it's completely unusable. What I can advise you, so these are the big volumes for your paints. Essentially, you will use them much faster, and then you can cut them and use them as a container for your paint. Okay guys, so last thing which I would like to tell you, it's about cleaning of paint, so with this knife or any other knife. So for example, if you painted something and then you don't like it at all, then you can try to remove it. However, if you do it in a liquid state, you see you have a bunch of things and then you have some leftovers on the surface which is very hard to remove. So if you want to remove something which you painted not so nice, it's better to wait at least 4 hours for it to dry and then easily remove it. Okay guys, so that's all for today, and I hope you like the video. Put it a like, subscribe, and for the next time I'm going to tell you about outliners, what you're going to do with them, how you're going to train yourself to work with them. And for now that's all. Until next time.